Good afternoon. Welcome to Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Happy to have you. If you're a returning viewer, also welcome to have you. Happy to have you. For those of you that have been wondering where I've gone, I've been actually working on a pretty big project to try to complement like all the moving pieces of the things that I want to do, such as the podcast, content creation, affiliate stuff. So that's where I've been. I'm almost there, getting there closer each day. So hopefully I'll be able to get all the hiccups out and be able to get back to my consistent routine of posting most days. So today we're going to talk about, well, first of all, let me introduce myself for those of you that don't know. I'm a women's lifestyle creator on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, covering topics such as parenting and marriage, relationships, biohacking, cycle seeking, mental health, fitness, nutrition, health and wellness, affirmations, mindset, body positivity, fitness, nutrition, all sorts of things, nutrient deficiencies, all the gambit of things that concern women. And if you're a returning viewer again, also happy to have you. So today we're going to talk about authenticity as currency. Real is the new rich. And I literally am a person who cannot be less than authentic, meaning I am who I am. And I've been that way since I've been a little kid. Case in point, not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay. But don't pretend to be someone you're not just to try to attract someone that you want to be a friend with, right? Because I truly believe that the real people who are meant for you find you. And I've been lucky this past year or so to find like a village of people that are like that for me. Thank goodness. I also am interested in building a women's community. So, of like-minded people who are wanting to level up and live a great life and, keep pushing the boundaries of what they can do and what they want to do and live the life and model that for their children, show them what's possible and that be part of your legacy. What could be better than that? So what I will say is, I've had people who are like, I don't really like her, but she is honest. And for me, that is a huge compliment because I always try to be honest. I always try to tell the truth, and I always look people in the eye and tell them straight up, right? Not in a rude way. Like if I don't like someone, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be rude to them, because I'm not. That's not the type of person that I am. I will be cordial and I will be kind, but I'm not going to pretend like they're my best friend, right? Because we just don't mesh. And that's okay. You're not going to mesh with everyone. Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress, the place where we stop chasing perfect and start living honest. I'm Buffy, your recovering perfectionist mama, here to remind you that real is the new rich. And yes, it is. Today's topic, authenticity as currency. How honesty and vulnerability can literally open doors that pretending never will. The wealth of realness. Let's be honest, we've been taught to polish everything. Our feeds, our homes, our faces. We filter out the messy parts, thinking it makes us more marketable. But here's the twist. The very thing you hide is what connects you most deeply. In a world full of highlight reels, your reel is your magnet. Authenticity is the currency of trust, and trust is what grows communities, brands, and relationships that last. You don't need to be shiny, you need to be seen. Why people crave real. There's an exhaustion to pretending. Yes, there is. People aren't drawn to perfection, they're drawn to relatability. Think about it. We follow the influencers who laugh at themselves. We connect to the moms who admit they're tired. We buy from the brand that admits it's learning. Why? Because honesty feels safe. It signals, I'm not selling you a fantasy. I'm inviting you to my reality. And that's where real loyalty lives. What honesty really means. Let's break down what being authentic actually looks like. Because it's not a free-for-all overshare session. Authenticity means alignment, not chaos. Honesty equals truth plus tact. Remember that Breakfast Club where Ali Sheedy literally has this massive bag and she drops everything in the bag and is like, I'm, a klepto, I'm this, I'm that. She goes into all of these things. I think of that when I think of oversharing. Like, I'm carrying my bag around waiting for someone to ask me what's going on so I can dump it all. And, I think Ali Sheedy's character had been ignored long enough, and she finally wanted to take her seat at the table. And if that's how she had to do it, that's what she was going to do. It's not saying everything you think. It's saying what's real without hiding behind performance. And vulnerability, that's not weakness. It's the courage to say, this is where I'm at, and I'm still worthy. 5 actionable ways to practice realness. Drop the disclaimer. Stop leading with, I know this sounds silly, but, or I'm probably overreacting, but your feelings are valid. They're yours. And that's how you feel. Thus, they're valid. 2, share process, not just product. Let people see the in-between, not just the after. 3, use your true voice. Don't contentify everything. Talk how you actually speak. For the longest, I used to talk like a valley girl. Just because that was just my natural, was my, what is it called? Crutch, was my crutch. And I would say constantly. And at times I think a lot of people thought I was ditzy because when I would get nervous, I would fiddle with my hair and I'd be and people were like, can I bet you can't go a single day without saying like. And I would be like, you catch yourself doing that. And it's like, I can. I just gotta muster up the strength, So, been there, right? I totally talk like a valley girl, but whatever. Don't anymore. Don't say the L word as much. Own the learning curve, number 4. Say, I'm figuring it out instead of pretending you have. 5, find safe spaces. Authenticity flourishes where judgment dies. Curate your circle intentionally. And make sure they're people you trust and that trust you. Grace and progress closing. Here we go. Real is the new rich, and it's not about money. It's about peace, purpose, and people who show up for the real you. Your transparency will scare the wrong crowd and attract the right one. So this week, show up honest. Speak a little softer to yourself and let the world meet the you that's been waiting to exhale. I'm Buffy, and this is Grace in Progress, where being real is the richest thing you can be, and the best thing you can be is yourself. You don't build trust by being perfect. You build it by being real. People are craving connection, not curation. Every time you tell the truth, every time you admit, me too. You're building wealth that no algorithm can touch. Real is the new rich. And honesty always pays dividends. Thank you for listening to Authenticity as Currency on Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress podcast. Hopefully we'll see you again soon, and thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.